Hi guys, today we're going to be making yarn and twine eggs. So I have two sizes of balloons that I've blown up, this size and a smaller one. The smaller one's going to be for the twine, and it's going to be for a centerpiece that I'm going to be doing on my kitchen table, and it's going to be kind of a spring switch out to Easter look centerpiece. And this one is going to be for the Easter egg, probably to hang as a decoration. So I've blown it up this big, and I wanted it more of a round shape. I'm hoping that the yarn will kind of push that in right there, because this is how it wanted to blow up. I have multicolor yarn that I've used in previous videos, and I've got so much of that left. And then I have some twine that I have left over here. I've put several pieces of wax paper down on my countertop, so to protect it from glue. You can also use, I'm using just like a Elmer's white glue. You could also use Mod Podge. Some people mix cornstarch in with their glue. I'm just going to do it with the glue only. And also, if it's too thick, you could add a little bit of water to your glue mixture, but you don't want to overwater it because that won't work either. I have a bowl, and this is the same bowl that I used for like a paper mache. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour my glue in. And I'm just pouring a whole bunch in here. I don't have a precise measurement. And if I need more, I'll just put more in there. But I'm going to start off with, you can see about that much. I don't want this to be complicated, just have fun with it. I have a pair of scissors, and when we're done, I'm going to probably attach a string to the top of my balloon so I can hang it from something. I have 4 closed clips, and I'm going to hang mine on the laundry line to dry. You could also set it in a jar where it's going to balance in the jar. Or you could, somebody I saw did some of these and they'd hung them from the doorknobs on their cabinet and just, put a piece of wax paper or something under them. You could do that too. I went ahead and I added 1/4 cup of water because it just seemed like that was going to be really thick to be dealing with the string. Like I said, I didn't measure the glue. It looked about 1.5 cups of glue. Just add the water slowly if you're going to add water, and stir it and see if it looks like it's going to be thick enough. And I stirred it with my finger. So I'm going to go wash my hand, and I'm going to place the string in here and just kind of coat it. Suppose if you have a stick or something, you could use that to help push the string down. And as I start on it, I'm going to kind of slide the glue off. I'm going to wrap the yarn around the egg at the top where the knot is of the balloon, just about once, and I'm going to start going over the balloon, and as I do it, I'm sliding the glue off. I'm going to go around it. And that string was a little shorter than I should have had it, but I cut the string and I ended up with a different yarn that was shorter somehow. So I'm just going to go ahead and start another one up. In doing this, I found that it's much easier just to strip the whole entire string of the glue in one shot, instead of doing it as you wrap it around the balloon and just stick it out on top of your wax paper and then work with it, and it just seems to be a lot easier. Also, I was cutting about 3 strings at a time, and I had to keep stopping and adding, cutting off more strings. So I had to wash my hands, I had glue, and yeah, so it's better to make sure that you get a lot of yarn cut off in strands. I know it seems like a lot of people do it and they'll just do one continuous strand. I'm just doing them in very long strands, but several of them. This is what I have so far, so I'm going to just continue on and keep filling it up more. Okay, my first one's done, and I think I have it full enough. I'm going to go ahead and I tied a string around the top of it, and I have a clothes clip, and I'm going to go clip it to my laundry line. Another thing to hang it up would be a wire hanger. Like you could tie the string over the wire hanger and clip it to the hanger with the clothes clip, and you could hang it, I guess, in your bathroom, maybe over the shower curtain rod, but again, you would want something down below because you don't want the glue to drip. And I'm going to let this dry for 24 hours, and I'm going to see how dry it is. Some people said it took a couple days, some people said 24 hours, but they did stress the fact of making sure it was completely dry, so when you took a pin or something and popped the balloon underneath, that the yarn would not cave in. I'm going to tuck that twine under there. Get my next piece. It's actually kind of in a knot before I even have it in the glue. There we go. Press it down in the glue. I'm going to strip it. I'm kind of going around the tie of the balloon to start off. And you want to fill up as much spaces as possible. This is my first time making these, but I just looked at several of them to see how to do it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish wrapping that one. Okay, so I've got this one all wrapped. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tie a string around this part of it, and I'm going to hang this one on my laundry line. And I'm going to go work on the other two after I get done with that. And I'll be letting these dry for, like I said, 24 hours. I'm going to check on them. I'm going to make sure they're completely dry. If not, then I'm going to let them dry another 24 hours because you want it to be, excuse me, you want it to be really dry. So when you pop it, it does not collapse on you. And then I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so they've been drying 24 hours and they feel completely dry. I actually moved them in my garage because of some fog, and then I put them back out on my laundry line. But the balloon inside is actually pulling away off of the sides on its own without me doing anything to it. And so I went ahead and I popped the balloon the rest of the way with a wooden skewer. I stuck it in a hole there. And it's still attached up here at the top where I have a string tied to it. So I'm going to cut the knot of the balloon off and push it back through into the inside of the egg. Okay, and now I'm going to try to work with it to get the balloon up to the top of one of the holes and pull it through with a pair of tweezers. On this one, I got the balloon out. The egg, I know, started kind of crushing in a little bit on its own without me even taking the balloon out. Like I said, it was just pretty much drying and pulling away without me doing anything to the balloon. But I just am taking my tweezers and I kind of stuck it in here and propped the strings back out a little bit where it was dented. The other eggs didn't do that, just this one happened to do that. But so now it's all hard, and still, if I want to hang it, I can loop it through one of these strings or something at the top. This is really this is real stiff right here. I could put a string through that if I wanted to hang this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to also work on the rest of these balloons. Like I said, here's one of the twine ones. I'm going to pop it with the wooden skewer. You can hear it pulling away. And I will kind of help it with the wooden screw, just popping it through, pushing it from all the little pockets that I can get through. And go through from the top. Probably I should be using the non-pointy end to push it, but it seems to be busting the balloon pretty good as I do this. So here we go. And also we have this top here, so I'm going to have to cut this little knot off right here. This was a separate string that I attached to it to hang it up. I'm going to cut the little knot off so, whoop, there we go. I got it pulled through. I can get all the balloon out. And now I can work with it more and getting it away from the top. And as soon as I can tell that it's pulled away from all the sides, I will get the egg towards the side of the balloon somewhere and where a hole's showing, and I can pull it through with the tweezers. So there you have the finished eggs, whether you want to hang them up or put them in a bowl to display them. They make a really good Easter or spring decoration. And I hope you guys liked my video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.